Oh, hey, kids. My name's Herb, and I work for Lucky Charms. The cereal, so delicious. Well, I I have hired my friend Frank to do some research, and we're trying to figure out how much joy our cereal can make for people. All right. So, Frank, are you there?
I'm right here. I'm right here. Hey, Herb. Hey, look what I have. Good old Lucky Charms. You know
Classic.
that cereal with the little marshmallows? So great. So great.
Hey, you know what we say: the more marshmallows, the better, right, Frank?
Well, that it's interesting. You'd say that, Herb, because yeah, like you've hired me to do. I've been doing some research and I've created some graphs that I think would help explain the situation. Are you ready to take a look at some graphs that may help explain some things?
Oh, hey, go ahead, Frank. Show me
Yeah,
some
yeah.
good news.
Oh, well, yeah, and remember, Herb, like your joy doesn't depend on what the graphs look like. They're just graphs, right? Like I'm
Oh,
just doing some research, so just want to make sure you're clear with that. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to share my screen here.
okay.
Okay, so sharing my screen. Let's see, share. Okay, and let's see. Can you see that first graph there, Herb?
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah,
That's
so degrees of happiness and number of marshmallows per cup. Yeah, yeah, that pretty much
wow,
speaks for itself, huh? Uh,
just like I thought. More marshmallows, the better.
well, I'll zoom out of that graph so you can see a little bit more. Let me see here. So here's a little bit more of the fuller graph. So it gives a little bit more information.
Oh, oh no! What? The
Oh,
numbers are going down.
oh,
What?
Herb,
That's not expected.
Herb, don't let it take away your
Oh,
joy. It's just a graph. It's just a graph, Herb. See, it's showing that at some point, too many marshmallows, I guess, start reducing the degrees of happiness. I don't know. It was a new finding for us, but Herb, it doesn't have to make you lose your joy. It's just a
oh,
graph. Maybe let's see. I'll scroll down to the next one.
yeah. Show me another one.
Okay. So this was interesting. We did again number of marshmallows per cup and seen the degrees of mum happiness because the mums are the ones who buy the cereal. And
Right?
so yeah, I guess you can see.
It
Yeah,
looks steady.
yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty steady. It's not very high, but as long as it's
Okay.
okay, it's steady. But okay, here, let me see. I'll zoom out again.
Oh, there's
Um,
more. Oh no, the numbers are going
Oh,
down.
Herb, don't get so
Well,
Herb,
oh,
don't lose your joy. It's just a graph, Herb, it's okay. I mean, more marshmallows per cup. I mean, those little marshmallows. I don't even know. I don't even know if it's real food, Herb. That's a whole other question. It's okay. It's just a graph. Shows that yeah, mums seem to not be very happy if there's more marshmallows. But Herb, it doesn't have to change your joy. Your joy's not dependent on a graph. Okay,
really?
let's go to another one. You're not looking
Okay.
very good, Herb. Okay, here we go. Let me see here. Oh, okay, yeah. So here's one. We're looking at past sales, and as you know, sales
Right.
goes up and down, and
Up
so
and down. Yeah, up
we
and
have
down.
time and months. This started beginning of 2020. There's the total sales.
Okay.
So yeah, so you can see there's some changes, pretty typical.
Sure.
Uh, Now let's give the full picture for the full 2 years.
Ah,
Uh,
it's all over the place. How? What am I supposed to do with these numbers?
is it? It's so astounding. Like it's almost artwork, Herb. Like it's so funny because you never know what's gonna come on a graph. You start graphing things, and then it looks so funny. You can almost make a painting out of it.
No, I want it to be predictable.
Oh, Herb, don't lose your joy over it. It's just a graph. Yeah. So Herb, yeah, you can see at the end of the graph there, it's kind of leveled off and it's going into the great unknown. Herb, that's what's so interesting
Oh,
about life, isn't it? Herb, don't lose your joy. It's just a graph.
No.
Okay. Herb. There's something that I should show you.
What?
I think you should know about this. I'm gonna have to stop sharing my screen.
Okay.
There. Can you see me again, Herb?
I can see you.
Okay, so I went to the store the other day to buy some more Lucky Charms because I was out of it, and you
Yes.
won't believe what I saw. I don't know if head office told you about this, but just hold
no.
on. Don't lose your joy. Just because things change doesn't mean that you have to lose your joy. Okay, so just hold on. Look what I found. I couldn't believe it myself. Lucky Charms, honey clovers.
What are those?
I have no idea.
This changes everything.
It's in a yellow box. It's not even the same. Well, but Herb, just hold on. I did some research and I made a graph. So let's get back to screen. Let's get back to screen share here. Okay, so sharing my screen. Let me see. Yeah, let's go back to here. There. Okay, there, you can see that graph, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a graph, Herb, about sales, how sales. So the original, now like you're used to, the original Lucky Charms, it follows a nice sine graph, if you will.
Very
so regular ups and downs of sales. The honey version, look at what it's doing.
Wow.
Sharp rise. Then there was a drop off. I think that was summer. Honey was too sticky in the summertime. But then
no one told me about this.
It's okay, Herb. Don't lose your joy over this. Now look at this. Look at this, Herb.
Where's it going?
I couldn't believe it myself. Look at the funny curve. I don't know what's going on. It's okay, Herb.
How am I supposed to be happy with these numbers?
Happy? What's the matter, Herb? I'm going to stop sharing. What? Are you okay, Herb? What's the matter?
Well, all these ups and downs on the graphs are giving me ups and downs.
Oh no! Oh no, Herb! Your joy isn't. You're not having your joy depend on what the graphs look like, do you, Herb?
Well, yes.
Herb, I've got to talk to you straight up, puppet to puppet. You know what? I think you have your joy based on the wrong thing.
Really?
You know what? There's a man who wrote a lot of books in the Bible. His name's Paul. And he went through, can I tell you about him, Herb?
Yeah.
He went through a lot of tough times. He loved Jesus, and he spent so much time telling other people about Jesus. There was one town, he went through lots of different towns, but one of the towns, Philippi, people got mad at him for talking about Jesus, so they got him all beat up, put him in jail, and you know what? Instead of complaining or saying, my life's over, I may as well give up, he and his buddy, they praised God, even in their tough situation, and God freed them. It's an amazing story. But you know what? You know what he said? And I'm going to share my screen again here. I got to show you this because this is something that he wrote. And remember that he had gone through all of those troubles.
Wow, that sounds worse than some weird graphs.
Oh, it was much harder than having the ups and downs of the graphs. Listen to what he said in a book called Philippians 4, verse 4. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again. Rejoice. Let's say that together, Herb. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again. Rejoice. That's what we need to do, Herb. We can't depend on ups and downs about what graphs look like. We have to find our joy in God. Do you think we could do that, Herb?
It sounds like a better bet than relying on these graphs.
I agree. So you know what? Let's go have some Lucky Charms and let's remember to find our joy in God.
Agreed. Thanks, Frank.
See ya, Herb.